Hey everyone, I hope you're all enjoying Season 2 of The Mandalorian as much as we are. Man, it's hard to believe we are already at the halfway point of Season 2. Season 2 has been excellent to this point. So many epic and memorable moments, from the Boba Fett armor and Boba Fett reveal in Episode 1, to seeing live action Bo-Katan and the Ahsoka Tano name drop in Episode 3, to the big clues and mysteries behind the remnants of the Empire, Moff Gideon, and possibly even a reveal of Dark Troopers at the end of Episode 4. And in the middle of all that, we had too many Star Wars Easter eggs to count, which definitely makes this Star Wars fan giddy with childlike excitement. Throw the Monster of the Week serial TV aspect into the mix, along with Baby Yoda cuteness that is off the charts, and the original score by Ludwig Göransson. Season 2 of The Mandalorian has thus far been beyond excellent. So now that we're at the halfway point and the foundation for an exciting conclusion has been laid, where is Season 2 taking us? What surprises and reveals await? Will there be a cliffhanger at the end of the season? Will we see a lightsaber versus dark saber battle? What Jedi, if any, will show up? And what other side missions and monsters await our viewing appetites in these last 4 episodes? And while there are so many questions we can ask, I've put together 5 main questions to ask as we head into the last 4 episodes of Season 2. Now, these questions will lead to smaller questions, obviously, but I think the main questions will help us navigate the course for the rest of Season 2. Of course, new questions will come up as things are revealed, but for now, these are my main questions. And of course, these may not be your questions. This is subjective. So please let us know in the comments if you are asking the same things or if you have any different questions. This is the time to speculate and anticipate, which is part of what makes Star Wars so fun. Now, before we jump in, allow me to say how much we appreciate those that have subscribed to our channel and have supported us. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're new, please subscribe and help us grow. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share. Okay, let's get on with the questions. Now, these really aren't in a specific order. They're just 5 main things that I'm thinking about as we head into the second half of Season 2. And while I've said there are 5 main questions, I will ask many smaller questions for each as we go through them. So number 5, will we see a return of Boba Fett in Season 2? I think that most agree that the Temuera Morrison character at the end of Episode 1 was indeed Boba Fett. I think we would all like to see more of him this season. And if we do get more Boba Fett, what will his role be? Will he be an ally or foe to Din Djarin? Will he try to get his armor back? Will we get any backstory? How did he escape the Sarlacc? What has he been doing? I do believe that Boba Fett will eventually get his own show, and the backstory questions may be answered there, but I'd like to see him team up with Mando at some point this season. This is one of the most anticipated possibilities for me. Let's hope so. All right, counting down. Number 4, will Bo-Katan get the Darksaber back from Moff Gideon? Now, we know that Sabine had given the Darksaber to Bo-Katan at the end of Rebels. What we don't know is how did Moff Gideon end up with it? We can certainly surmise that it occurred during the Empire's purge of Mandalore, which we've heard a little bit about already this season from Bo-Katan. And that will lead us to ask, have Bo-Katan and Moff Gideon faced off in the past? Will they face off in this season of The Mandalorian? Who will be there to help her? Mando? Ahsoka? Although Katie Sackhoff has said that she's never met Rosario Dawson, who is supposedly playing Ahsoka, so that means they probably won't see each other this season. Maybe Sabine will show up at some point. A lot of this is speculation, obviously, and it takes us to a storytelling aspect that might be beyond the scope of this show, beyond the specific story that is The Mandalorian. But on the other hand, The Mandalorian has already attached itself to this storyline through the Darksaber, Bo-Katan, and possibly Ahsoka. So while we don't know how much of that story we'll get in The Mandalorian, I do know this. We love seeing Katie Sackhoff reprise her role as Bo-Katan, and this time not just as the voice, but live action, and we cannot wait for more. Number 3, what role will Ahsoka Tano play in all of this? At this point, she, along with Baby Yoda, are clearly the MacGuffins of Season 2. They are the objective of the Mandalorian in his quest to find more of Baby Yoda's kind, which he believes are Jedi. He has been pointed to Ahsoka, and he likely believes that she is a Jedi and is one of Baby Yoda's kind. This is the main thread in the show that keeps it moving forward. So we have to ask, what is going to happen when Mando finds Ahsoka? She will likely not identify as a Jedi. So what will her reaction be to seeing Baby Yoda? Likely the only person left in the galaxy besides Luke Skywalker who knows Master Yoda personally. This area of the show is filled with such mystery and anticipation because we don't know how Ahsoka will help, if at all. Will she take Baby Yoda and we say goodbye? That seems highly unlikely. Will she become a mainstay in the show or only be in an episode or two? Will she point Mando to other Jedi, who at this point we know for sure of only one, and that's Luke Skywalker? And beyond all of that, what will live-action Ahsoka look like? How will live-action Ahsoka play out? She's such an iconic character in animation that to recast her and put her in live action is risky. Will it pay off or will it fall flat and anger fans? Well, with Dave Filoni guarding his beloved creation, I have to believe it will be a success. We'll see. And again, counting down, we're at number 2. How much will the rebuilding of the Empire by way of the First Order will the show tie into? I, for one, like the connectivity, but I do prefer that the show doesn't get too close to the sequel trilogy. Not just because I have my own criticisms of the sequel trilogy, but because the sequel trilogy has divided fans as much as any time in history. I really want the show to stay away from tying into divisiveness. The Mandalorian has become a general place of unity for all fans, and I really want to see it stay that way. But the closer the show gets to solidifying the sequel trilogy, the more divisive it will become. Of course, it is possible that this show and other shows could do for the sequel trilogy what the Clone Wars did for the prequels, and while I hope that a show comes along and does that, I really want this show to stay what it is. An Outer Rim, stay out of our business, bounty hunting, side mission with enough story to keep it moving weekly spectacle that doesn't get tied down by the sequel trilogy or even the main storyline of Star Wars. Just a fun spin-off show for us to escape to the galaxy far, far away. But the second part of this question does lead us to the fact that Moff Gideon is up to something. Is he working alone? Or does he have a master, like Palpatine? Did we see the beginnings of a Snoke clone in the laboratory on Navarro? And what about those Dark Troopers? If those are Dark Troopers, does that mean there's going to be an appearance by Kyle Katarn? How does any of this tie into the remnants and rebuilding of the Empire? Will we see a grand, epic battle between Moff Gideon and his Dark Troopers against everyone else? Mando, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, the other Mandalorians? Look, there's lots of speculation at this point, but so many possibilities, and we cannot wait to see it all play out. And my final main question is this: what is the fate of Din Djarin and the child, Baby Yoda? Now this question obviously will extend beyond Season 2, but will it for both of them? Will we have to say goodbye to Baby Yoda at some point? Will Mando leave him with one of his own kind, or continue in his creed and clan of 2 with the child? Obviously, part of the crazy success of the show is the presence of Baby Yoda, so I'd be hard-pressed to believe that Disney would allow their precious moneymaker, Baby Yoda, to go anywhere for anything to happen to him. But if good storytelling is part of the process, then we have to ask that question. And of course, that leads us to ask, was Baby Yoda present during the sequel trilogy? And if so, where was he and what was he doing? And the second part of the question is this: will Din Djarin eventually take his helmet off and join Bo-Katan and Clan Kreese? Is it possible to even join a clan? Will he confront the armorer about their cult history and seek answers? Or will he eventually go back to bounty hunting? At some point, his journey to find Baby Yoda's kind will end. What then? We cannot wait to find out, and we love the speculation. Well, that was brief, but those are my 5 main questions heading into the final 4 episodes of The Mandalorian Season 2. And obviously, as I said, there are many, many more that can be asked, like, how many more side missions are we going to get? At the chagrin of my kids. But regardless of the questions, I do know this: the show is groundbreaking, and it is awesome to have live-action Star Wars that is both high quality and pays so much reverence and honor to the Star Wars that has come before it. So whatever the rest of Season 2 and future seasons of The Mandalorian holds, it's sure to continue to amaze Star Wars fans everywhere and to continue in its excellence. This is the way. So let me know what you think of these questions. Let me know if you have any other questions that you're asking. Love the speculation at this point, love the anticipation, and I love to interact with everybody. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.